Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play NBA 2K18. Und heute begrüße ich euch mal nicht von der Straße, sondern von aus dem Trainingszentrum, wollte ich sagen. Und warum aus dem Trainingszentrum? Ja, weil es soll hier irgendwo ein Achievement zu holen gehen. Es muss hier nämlich eine Spalding IQ Ausrüstung geben. Und die wollen wir jetzt mal eben suchen. Ich habe allerdings keine Ahnung, wie die aussehen soll, was sie kann und so weiter und so fort. Irgendwo muss sie aber sein. Sonst gäbe es ja hier das Achievement nicht. Also das wäre sonst ja, ihr wisst schon, Beschiss, ne? Ah, hier kannst du auch nirgends reinlaufen. Ach komm, ey, lass mich doch mit deinem scheiß Ball in Ruder. Ah, ist das vielleicht hier da hinten Ah, das könnte... was ist das? Oh. Erstmal ein Gatorade trinken, ja, ja. Aber... Ah, da ist sie. Ich sehe Spalding, genau, da ist das Achievement, also hier, dieses Ding muss man finden. So, und ich werde jetzt nochmal schnell mein Training durchziehen und wir sehen uns dann in der Halbzeit wieder. Bis gleich.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Atlanta, where we'll see the Hawks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers have to feel pretty good about their recent play. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And guys, we'll see DeAndre Jordan tonight. And although he's improved his free throw shooting, there's always a chance we could see the hack of Jordan come into play. A big fella, I hesitate to go there, but I know you have something to say about this. And do you think the NBA should change the rules to prevent that tactic from being used?
Three answers, Ernie. No, no, and no. It didn't change it for me. It's part of the game. And as a player, you got to persevere and step up and hit them when you need to hit them. And you always know my motto, Ernie.
What's that?
I hit them when I need to hit them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, NBA took steps last year to cut it down last season. But I don't know if that's the right direction. I agree with Shaq.
Kenny.
I think you're in the game. It's part of the game. You got to hit them when they hit them.
Right.
And down the stretch, 4 championships later, here's this man hit him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah, that was very nice of you. Very nice of you.
Could have been 5 if he would have hit him against
Oh,
us.
yeah, if you hit it enough, yeah.
Should have been 6. No, that wasn't me. That was Nick Anderson.
Oh, that's
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Let's go to a break. Let's go to a break.
That was
Don't
Nick
need to go
Anderson.
there.
Come
Come
on.
Go there.
It's not me. It's history. Google it. 94, 95.
Thanks for
Magic
joining
versus
us.
Rockets. Google it. What happened?
are in Atlanta, Georgia, a home nest for the Hawks. It's an interconference matchup right here. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule. You love to get the ball rolling early in the season. That's what they've done.
And when you look at the Clippers, well, one of the big stories of the year. Already this team's been absolutely on fire, and it hasn't just been one game here or there. It's been a sustained effort.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything that anyone saw coming. You couldn't see it in the offseason or the preseason, but they've come out here in the beginning of the year and done something pretty special.
So, Brent, surprises here early in the season. A few teams outperforming expectations. What can they do to keep building on this momentum?
I think the coaching staff in these sort of instances, Kevin, maybe where you're out kicking your coverage a little bit, they've got to remind their team about, you know, the small steps that we need to take. Yes, we're doing this. Don't forget about doing these things or what we're doing offensively. But make sure that the reality of what the season represents, that they understand that so their expectations don't get them too big-headed, so you have to reel them in.
Sounds like you're talking about staying with the fundamentals.
Well, the fundamentals can always help you, Kevin. And then also just continuity, making sure that each guy understands that you've done your role, continue to do your role, and the guys behind you are ready to go in case we start slipping.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The heart of the team at the 4 and the 5, Griffin and Jordan. Beverly and Williams are the 1 and the 2, and it's Gallinari in at the 3 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Schroeder, takes the 12-footer and hits. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Griffin down low, working on Ilyasova. Griffin's shot is off. Los Angeles on D. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Over in the corner, Williams buries it from 3-point range. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
There's a screen. Schroeder against Beverly. They kick out to Ilyasova. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Williams. Jordan sets the pick for Williams. The 11-footer. No good there.
Coach Budenholzer comes from a basketball family. His father coached for over 20 years. Feels like he was just born into it. Definitely what many would consider a coaching lifer.
And so here are the Clippers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too, with both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Releases from 15. Griffin's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The dish to Prince. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic LU jam.
That's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
And Bellinelli kicks it over to Schroeder. It's the three-point bomb. Schroeder's got 7 points.
You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now, here is Gallinari. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Griffin not shying away from the contact. As he's elevated his game, he understands he's going to see a bunch of physical play.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
We always speak about what Griffin can do for you on offense with the basketball. Just gives you so much with his ability to face up or go to the basket. Very hard to contain in a one-on-one situation.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Muscala, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Collins comes in for Ilyasova. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Torian Prince. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Bellinelli. And with Griffin's ability to put it on the floor, he's a threat from anywhere in the half-court set.
Well, if they hesitate even for a second to help out, it's just too late. One step from Blake Griffin, and he can get to the rim. So much work he's put in during the offseason to become a more well-rounded offensive player. And he's certainly doing those things on a consistent basis. The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Now here's Rivers. Passes it to Griffin. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Rivers. Los Angeles with another miss. The Hawks leading by 3. And here's Bazemore. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning-quick point guard.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
The first one falls. Schroeder hits them both.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Teodosic. A big-time effort for Dennis Schroeder, providing a lot of energy for the Atlanta Hawks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Rivers. Decker is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Reed. And it's Teodosic in at the point guard position. So, Brent, we often talk about role players who give 100% effort every minute they're on the floor. Which stars have the highest motors right now, in your opinion?
Wow, a lot of guys play with a lot of fire, Kevin. I'm thinking about Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, the workload that he has in the Toronto Raptors. Little guys like Kemba Walker and Isaiah Thomas. But maybe the two guys most prevalent, Chris Paul and then DeMarcus Cousins. And maybe that motor sometimes sputters a little bit, but the motor is still still there.
You know what? Of all the qualities a player may have, and I don't even know if a motor or effort is a skill, it seems like it's becoming something that's rattled off very quickly by scouts and coaches. Yeah, he gives great effort. It's as if he's saying, yeah, he's got a great shot, or he's a terrific defender. They act like it's a skill.
Yeah, you think about it, Kevin, what that's doing is defining the fact that there are some guys in the league who don't do it. So when you have a guy who does it constantly, that's what makes him stand out.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Reed misses.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
It's good. Schroeder's got 14.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
And the Hawks making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Wells, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And DJ's subbed in for Teodosic. Now, here's Wells. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. The feed to DJ. Pass to Reed. Releases. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from DJ.
Well, back before this run in the NBA, DJ was considered a standout prospect in the game. He took some time off to focus on music, but has now rekindled that love for the game and is making the most of his abilities.
Here's Muscala. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Slight change in the Hawks in terms of the front office responsibilities, as Coach Mike Budenholzer had been running the show, but he relinquished those responsibilities as Travis Schlenk came from the Golden State Warriors to head up the general manager's position.
Now Wells after the missed three from Dennis Schroeder. Taken away. Bazemore on the wing. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Muscala, it's good.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Last season, the Clippers had KG, Kevin Garnett, come in and work with a couple of their big men, and he's one of the more intelligent minds ever to play down there on that low block. The KG certainly has a unique way of sharing some of his otherworldly experiences as a big man in the NBA. I'm sure he did a lot to help out this front court get closer to their maximum potential.
So for the Hawks, Ilyasova, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Torian Prince comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Bellinelli in for Dennis Schroeder. The Clippers also making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Willie Reed. Griffin comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Gallinari in for Sam Decker. Now here's Jordan. 9-point game his last outing. And, of course, with KG coming in, you know, Brent, a large part of that was his relationship, certainly, with Doc Rivers. Doc knows KG can help with the nuances of the game.
Well, there's a ton of strength for the Clipper team in their front court behind DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin and what they can do to you on a nightly basis down there with their athleticism, their versatility, and their mobility. KG was so competitive and so fiery, but he also thought the game. And maybe he can share some of those things with those guys to elevate their level of play, which is already all-star caliber.
Here's Delaney, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Prince misses.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
Wells passes to Griffin. And it's DJ missing. Atlanta leading by 6. To the inside. Here's Prince. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Prince has got his second bucket of the night. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And stolen by Prince. An even 3-on-3 break. Wells with the steal. Well, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back. Look at that jam.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
And this is why you keep your ticket stub, Blake Griffin, on the jam.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Prince dishes to Ilyasova. Ilyasova a screen. Wells with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Wells is running.
Hard not to like Blake Griffin when he's doing things like that, looking to throw it down every time around the rim.
Outside, Bellinelli. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Bucks ahead, up 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Ja, zu David Aldridge gehen wir gleich. Wir kommen natürlich erst zu unserer kurzen Halbzeitanalyse der Turnover. Das sage ich gleich, das war einfach Pech. Der hätte auch ankommen können. War ein bisschen unvorsichtig vielleicht auch gespielt. 2 Punkte, 1 Assist, das ist doch relativ gut. Ich bin eigentlich ganz zufrieden. Wie gesagt, der Turnover, der hat viel kaputt gemacht. Und einmal bin ich nicht nah genug in der Verteidigung gestanden. Aber ansonsten ein ganz gutes Spiel, auch wenn wir hinten liegen. Noch ist alles offen, aber die Atlanta Hawks sind vor allem durch Dennis Schröder ein richtig harter Brocken. Also man hat wirklich gemerkt, solange Dennis Schröder auf dem Platz stand, waren wir relativ unterlegen. Aber sobald der mal raus war, dann haben wir aufgeholt und hoffen wir mal, dass der in der zweiten Halbzeit nicht so viel Spielanteil hat. Hoffen wir mal, dass ich noch ein bisschen Spielanteil bekomme. Und jetzt gebe ich ab an die Sideline. Hier ist David Aldridge.
Hi, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Dwayne Dedman is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Prince in at the 3. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Griffin kicks to Gallinari. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And Griffin spreading the wealth now, showing he's more than just a scorer.
At the stretch 4, the 3 and D players, specialties that have emerged over the years. Any other specialties you see becoming a trend?
The one that I see as a trend, Kevin, right now is the redefining of the 5 position. To think about guys like Porzingis, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, being able to stretch a defense out at the 5 position all the way out to the 3-point line. We're redefining what it means to be a center in the NBA.
I'm sure there are traditional guys that see that and just can't believe what they're watching. Huh? Guys out there, that big, and hitting shots.
Yeah, most of those old guys will take back to the home, Kevin. Just enjoy it while you can.
Here's Beverly, following the 3 by Atlanta. Gallinari outside. Jordan with the screen on Prince. Prince against Gallinari. 4 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Spurs.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, it felt like they were teenagers during the summer. Low levels of activity, allowed too many good looks. Just not their night. We got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far and they know they got to be better.
Feeds it to Griffin. Shoots over Schroeder. Beverly wide open. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Beverly's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. The Hawks working the ball around from past the arc, and that one's good. Schroeder's got 17.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And one thing that's a constant for Atlanta, great activity defensively.
Well, there's a system offensively for the Hawks, but there is a system of rules for them also defensively. So they did a good job of being in good position, setting themselves up to defend plays, to get steals and deflections and draw charges. And they did a great job last year with the addition of Dwight Howard being a better rebounding team. It's something they need to try to hang their hat on this year as well.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We know that Blake Griffin gives you a lot offensively, but he's a very heady player, even when not putting up the shot. He can cut well, moves to open spaces on the floor, and he has a great eye for what's going on around him. A terrific passer as a power forward.
Free throw drops for Griffin. And you talk about Griffin and his passing. I remember last season watching him, Brent, throw a behind-the-back, between-the-legs assist to a baseline cutter. Wow.
Well, your memory is rock solid, Kevin. I remember that play as well, and he's certainly in the conversation as being one of the best passing big men in the league. Has always put up big assist numbers, and some of the things that he can do, especially on the break, handling the basketball, can be just as impressive as a Blake Griffin dunk.
Hawks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Bellinelli kicks to Delaney. Pass to Bazemore. There's a good screen. Off the pick. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. There's the pass to Griffin. Reed a screen for the lead. And Griffin with the layup. Griffin's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
Well, funny, with most players, it just takes a couple baskets to get going. Griffin right now looking amazing in the spots where he's going to get it most.
A shot's good from Delaney. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now, here's Wells. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Griffin passes to Wells. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. Delaney kicks to Collins. Tries a 3. And it's Reed pulling it down. Clippers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And it goes down 2 points. Griffin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Delaney kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Delaney. Latre. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Reed a screen. Here's Wells. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the IQ of Wells. Working well off the screen, getting in prime position to score.
Blake Griffin getting it done for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot.
Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Hey, we got a lot of good looks. We're good. Keep getting stops. Everybody rebound.
Mike Budenholzer's offense creating opportunities. Then at the other end, wants his guys, obviously, to stay focused on defense.
And that's when they're at their best. I mean, when they finish possessions defensively, rebound, and get the ball back.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Montrezl Harrell, Teodosic out there with Austin Rivers, and there's Wells, and it's Griffin in at the 5.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Delaney. He kicks it to Muscala. And a miss there on the triple. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Bellinelli. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. It's stolen by Muscala. Goes up on the wing, and good, he nails it.
You can see the confidence building right now in Bazemore. His pull-up jump shot on the money.
Dishes it to Rivers, kicks to Griffin. Baseline J on the way, and he hits the jumper for 2. Griffin's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Delaney kicks to Collins, and stolen by Harrell. Here's Wells, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
And it's just encouraging to watch Wells come up with the steal there. Definitely an area of his game that he continues to work on.
Bazemore misses.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now, a bit out of rhythm.
Here's Wells. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bazemore with it. Schroeder outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nothing discourages Schroeder when he's driving towards the rim. Does not see things in his way, and he has no problem taking hits on the way.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shot.
That's good from Schroeder. Atlanta making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Mike Muscala. Ilyasova comes in for Collins. And it's Torian Prince in for Kent Bazemore. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Harrell. Alinari comes in for Wells. Lou Williams is checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. Schroeder hits them both. Clippers leading by 6. Alinari outside. Outside Williams. Jordan sets the pick for Williams. Left side Griffin. Over Ilyasova. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Williams. And now 24 points for Blake Griffin.
And that's where teams have to scramble back to get the Griffin so consistent from the mid-range.
Schroeder and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Hawks. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Inside, and slam dunk by Jordan.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Schroeder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And so he makes both from the line. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Williams. Jordan high post. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's some big boy stuff from DJ. Can't stop him when he's down there, especially in that zone, and nice concentration.
Knocked away. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Here's Schroeder. The Hawks again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 11. Griffin dishes to Beverly. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Gallinari. Passes to Beverly. He kicks it to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot over Ilyasova. Griffin can't get it to go in.
I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Puts it up. Again, Griffin missing.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
Well, you'd like to have a rewind button and get a couple plays back, but impossible at this point. Need better execution at times.
Here's Bellinelli, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. Good on both. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Pass to Teodosic. Harrell kicks to DJ. No good off the front eye. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take
Also, liebe Freunde des gepflegten Basketballs, ich muss ehrlich sagen, das Ergebnis ist deutlicher als eigentlich das Spiel war, muss ich fairerweise zugeben. bis zum letzten Viertel waren die Hawks mindestens ebenbürtig, teilweise sogar besser, als wir erst ab dem vierten Viertel eigentlich haben sie schwer nachgelassen. Ich bin mit meiner Leistung bis auf den Turnover eigentlich ganz zufrieden. 2 Punkte, 1 Assist, viele schöne Pässe gespielt, C+-Wertung. Ist okay. Ist ja nicht das Beste, was man spielen kann, aber ist okay. Und damit schließt sich diese Folge für heute auch. Denkt dran, ihr könnt jetzt schon wieder tippen für die Folge von morgen, für unser Serien-Giveaway quasi, ganz am Ende der Serie um Weihnachten rum. Die Regeln dazu findet ihr in der Videobeschreibung. Dort findet ihr auch einen Link zu NBA 2K18, wenn euch das gefällt. Da könnt ihr das kaufen, relativ günstig. Und ihr könnt euch auch die NBA 2K17 Playlist nochmal angucken. Die Saison vom letzten Jahr. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft auch sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr uns noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert uns doch einfach. Dann verpasst ihr nämlich nichts mehr auf dem Kanal. Zumindest dann nicht, wenn ihr auf die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button drückt. Im Abspann könnt ihr jetzt auf die linke Seite des Bildschirms klicken für Tipps auf dem Kanal, auf die rechte Seite des Bildschirms für die komplette NBA 2K18 Playlist. In der Mitte, da könnt ihr uns abonnieren. Und ich sage Tschüss, macht's gut, bis morgen.